Hello students, welcome to my channel Sarvasmartstarters. So today in this video, I just want to extend the topic related to the minor. In our previous video, you can check in the YouTube where I have mentioned about Mohri Bibi versus Dharmodas course, a case study reference. So through that case study reference, we can conclude a point stating that entering into contract with minor is void ab initio, right? Void from the beginning. Now, what happens if you supply necessaries to a minor? Okay, let's say with it for an example. So I'm Deepthi. Okay, I'm a major. One of my student. Okay, let's say one of my student called Shruti. Okay, one of my student called Shruti has asked me or requested me that she doesn't have money to pay the fee, so she require about 90,000 rupees to pay her college fee or that course fee. Okay. Who requested me? Shruti requested me that she needs an emergency of 90,000 rupees because she's asking for education only. She's asking to pay her fee. Okay. I knew everything about Shruti. I mean, she's my student. She's my student at college. And I know what is her financial status and everything. I know even that she is a minor. Okay. As she's asking fee, I thought of helping her and have given her 90,000 rupees to pay her fee. Now, this is a contract between a major person and a minor person. Do you agree with me? Right? A contract between a major person and a minor person. Later, after 2 days, okay, let's say Shruti's grandmom, okay, Shruti's grandmom was not feeling well. Okay, she requires certain medical expenses to be paid. I mean, she requires certain medical care and everything. For that, Shruti has to pay nearly like 20,000 rupees at hospital to take care of grandma. Instantly, she messaged me stating that, ma'am, I require an emergency of rupees 20,000 rupees. Can you please take this as a consideration and can you please give me that money? Okay. So, as Shruti asked me for medical expenses, as this is emergency, I paid 20,000 rupees to Shruti again. Okay. So, in total, I have given her 1,10,000 rupees. Am I correct? So, this is a contract between a major and minor person. And as we know, minor is not supposed to enter into a contract because minor is incompetent to enter into a contract as per section 11. But knowing the fact, I have entered into a contract not for providing any other things, but for providing necessaries to her. Understand the concept here, very, very, very important. Like we can expect one case study out of this provision. So, ma'am, how do you know that? Okay, first of all, tell me whether I can recover this 1,10,000 rupees from Shruti or not. So, I have given her 90,000 rupees for paying that college fees and 20,000 rupees for grandma for medical expenses and all. Entirely it is 1,10,000 rupees. Now, can I recover from Shruti entire 1,10,000 rupees? So option A, can I recover from Shruti 1,10,000 rupees? Option B, of course, we have option B too. Option B is like adding interest upon 1,10,000 rupees. I made it as 1,40,000 because I know Shruti is very well uh, financially very good. Okay, but sometimes during emergency, I have paid her 1,10,000 rupees, even though I knew about her financial status, so I have charged her more, like 1,40,000 rupees. I have added interest and everything, and I charged her to prepay me 1,40,000 rupees. Okay, or nil. I can't recover anything from her. So there are three options here. Okay. Second. Yeah, nil. So now tell me how much amount I can recover from Shruti. Is it 1,10,000 rupees, 1,40,000 rupees, nil? Or we have option D too. Okay, sorry. We have option D also. Option D is I can recover only 90,000 rupees, but not 20,000 rupees. Now tell me, what could be your answer? Hmm? So in this way, they'll frame your case study and ask you a question. Answer is very simple. Where it is mentioned under Section 68 of Indian Contract Act 1872. Okay. It is mentioned under Section 68 of Indian Contract Act 1872. Ma'am, you have just begun with Section 11 and you went over after like Section 68. Yes, of course. Why? Because Section 68 is mentioned under quasi-contract. If you want, you can check my video where I have mentioned related to quasi-contract. So in quasi-contract, there is a quote that no one can enrich himself at the expense of the other. Means, at the expense of my money, Shruti can't enjoy. See, it's nothing like she can't enjoy or she can't use that money. Means, if at all Shruti has used it for reasonable purposes, okay, um, so it is my hard-earned money, right? How should I recover from Shruti? I can recover from Shruti, but not directly from Shruti, but from her property. Okay, from her property. Property in the sense from her any financial property or any such property. If at all they are selling any property, out of that, I can recover my money. How much money can you recover, ma'am? I can't recover more than how much I have given her. Let's, first of all, before I can recover that money or not, we have to consider two things. One is, see, first thing is very clear that we read, if at all you enter into contract with minor, it is void ab initio, you can't recover anything. But there is an exception to this rule where if you supply necessaries to a minor, then you can able to recover not exactly from minor, but from her property, right? Like if Shruti is selling any of her property, out of selling that property, I have every right to recover my part of money. That is 1,10,000 rupees. Okay. Only two conditions, if at all, are satisfied. First condition is you have to supply necessaries, not luxury items. Okay. It should be necessary. Means it should be required by the Shruti. It is not very surplus in nature. Like I have supplied it for education. No, education is a necessary or not? Yes, of course, it is a necessary. And we are talking only about minor, no, ma'am. Why grandmom came into the picture? If at all anything is supplied to the grandmom, why it is recoverable? And why it is not recoverable? Like why grandmom came into the picture? Why you are considering that 20,000 rupees? Here in the provision, they have mentioned it clearly. If at all any necessary is provided to a minor or to a person, okay, on whom, I mean, to a person on whom minor is taken care of, or to a person for whom minor is taken care of. So grandmom is a person where Shruti is taken care of, right? And that is merely for medical expenses I have given for her, not for a luxury car or not for luxury things. So basically, for Shruti, we can take into consideration for grandmom also because she's entirely dependent upon the Shruti. Shruti has to take care of grandmom. And this is also medical expenses. Medical expenses considered as necessaries. So grandmom is also taken into consideration. Okay. For that reason. So can I consider this as necessary? Education is necessary. And as grandmom is dependent upon the Shruti, Shruti is a minor and she has every responsibility to take care of the grandmom. So medical expenses 20,000 is considered as necessaries. Yes, of course. So 90,000 plus 20,000, 1,10,000. And most importantly, it should not be surplus with minor. Okay, Shruti has already crores of amount in her bank account, but even though she's asking money from me, okay, otherwise, she has many cars she has many tutors or she has many colleges like she is one of the uh, what I can say you one of the chairman or she's taking care of many colleges and schools even though she's taking money from me. So in that case, do you think this is reasonable? No, right? She should not have any surplus of that necessary whatever you're supplying. Then only I can recover that money from whom? Not from Shruti, from her property. So this is what mentioned under liability for necessaries. Okay. clearly you have to remember section 68 here. Whenever a minor provision related to liability for necessaries is given, section 68 is also should be represented, because it is mentioned under 68 only that if at all necessaries are supplied to a minor, then it is recoverable, then it is enforceable. What are necessaries? Necessaries are something which is like, for example, education, like, for example, funeral expenses, like, for example, marriage expenses. So these are considered as necessaries. Necessaries means like normally food, shelter, education, etc., but not luxury items. Okay. So these two conditions are satisfied, then we can recover that money, it seems. That is basically a provision related to liabilities for necessaries. Okay. Clearly, you have understood this point, right? Then I'll just end the video. Thank you so much for watching. We'll meet again in the next video. Bye-bye.